Hello again, everyone. Welcome into Den Talks here as we take a look at Cleburne County High School football. I'm Tommy Wood along with Coach Vaughn Lee as we get set to look back at the game this past Friday night. The Tigers falling to Sardis 34-13. And Coach, first off, kind of a strange night. You had the big delay there to kick things off. And talk about how that kind of has an impact on your preparation and things that you have to do during that time.
Well, we have to find a routine. And first of all, we were not in school Friday, and then we felt like, we were getting ready to play, and we got out to warm up, and then we had an hour and a half delay. So I think we kicked off around 8:30. And from there on, everything just seemed real strange. Not that we have a routine or anything yet, but it was just one of the strangest nights I've had as a football coach.
Well, it's your first night as a head football coach. What do you do during that hour and a half? Do you go back and try to go through some schemes and things, or what do you do to kind of keep the guys in the game?
Well, we went back and kind of turned the lights out and went back and relaxed for about 30 minutes because we knew it would be about an hour and a half. Right. And then, we go back and go through everything again. We kind of repeated leading up to it, and felt good that we were kind of woke up and ready to go. I thought we got real emotional when we finally come out, and a lot of times when you play emotional, you lose your head and you forget your job, and once mistakes start happening, that kind of compiles on other mistakes. And so at times I felt like we played well some plays, but we would also make a mistake that would put us in a hole. So just the whole unraveling of the rain delay and then going into our first game was a unique experience, to say the least.
Let's talk about first off, Silas Hunt had a good ball game for you. Let's talk a little bit about his performance.
I thought Silas got too emotional in the Anniston scrimmage, and we sit and talked about, look, we got a job to do, and it's okay I want you to have fun, and I want you to be aggressive and get after it, but you got to make sure you understand you got to win each play and what your job is on each play. And he was just, he really grew up the other night. He really, I felt like he took a leadership role. He was able to, when we had adversity, he fought through it, and he was very consistent, one of the most consistent players we had throughout the night. I was proud of the way he played on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I think playing linebacker and running back as well, and that leadership, that's got to be something that you hope is contagious around both units.
Right, and he's a sophomore, and he don't come off the field, and he played a little bit last year before he got injured, but his big thing that we really want out of him is just to win each play and to really compete and not get as emotional to lose focus on what our goal is each play. And he really did a good job of going play to play the other day, and he don't have a lot of experience to fall back on. When you look at it, a lot of guys don't have experience to fall back on, so this is the first for a lot of these guys to go through a Friday night and not come off the field and learn how to battle through plays and handle adversity and handle the good and the bad. And I think that's been across the board is experience. We have very few guys that have Friday night experience.
Let's talk a little offense as far as the offensive line. Who are some guys there that played well for you? Maybe surprises, or maybe some guys that just did kind of what you expected.
Caston Robinson won our Hog of the Week, I guess, is our. We actually give him a hog hat, the Arkansas hog hat. We painted it up with tigers on it, and we had a little after practice yesterday. We gave him the award, and I thought he played really well. We don't have a rear copy anymore, or cameras. We got to get back to having a rear copy, and I didn't get to really lock in on that. But Coach Rob felt like that he was our most consistent lineman, and you can really tell we ran behind him a lot in our successful plays, and he was. Xander also had a good night. I felt like he had more positives than negatives up front, but Caston was really. Both games he's played pretty well.
Talk about some of the things that you learned about your team, the effort, the things that you learned most after these first couple of outings.
We're getting a lot of what we ask out of them. We're getting a lot of hard work. we're getting a lot of great attitudes. We're trying to lead, and the biggest thing that kind of has opened my eyes is the lack of experience we have. And the only way you can do that is to get out and play, watch the film that you see, and try to learn from the things. You'll see 5 or 6 real good plays, and then that one mistake turns into a string of about 4 plays that go against you, and then you're down 7 points. And I feel like, we have to gain experience fast and learn from our experience faster than most, I think. Because when you look across, and I didn't realize how many guys didn't have Friday night experience. We have a few, but overall, we have a lot of guys that are playing on Friday nights for the first time.
So what's the focus this week going into practice? Some things that you feel like we got to definitely clean up before taking on Handley this Friday?
We really are going to simplify. Mm-hmm. We cut down on our schemes and try to find things that we do well to be consistent at that. And I think simply, just not that we were confused the other night. It's not that we're lost or confused, but I feel like when you're looking for consistency, you try to cut back on your schemes. You try to really simplify things so to make execution, a little easier.
Well, Coach, one question I want to talk about is your first game, as we said, as a head coach. Let's talk about your returning back to Cleburne County. I think the crowd support before the delay and everything else, it's one of those things that you had to be pleased with the number of folks that came out to support you.
Yeah, and it was hard to tell. We got ran off at 6:25, or it was about 6:20, 6:25, but it seemed like the stadium was really filling up. I've had nothing but positive support from the community, and we've had, I think we got to get a positive vibe rolling, and in the end, we all want to see a winner. But right now, I think from game to game is we want to see improvement, and we want to see, wow, we've improved a lot from last week, and we've improved on these things. And when you watch a team grow, that's what we're really looking for. But our community, I feel like, is really been supportive and is very hungry, and I think, in the end, we're going to be able to get things rolling and our community really catch on fire.
And one thing I want to mention, talking about community support, I know that there's been a fundraiser going on, and you guys have had great support in that, folks have financially given to get behind this program.
Yeah, we've had a huge fundraiser with our junior high and our varsity program together, and we've come together and raised a lot of money. A lot of that is for our off-season. A lot of it is our off-season nutrition program, and some of it's in-season nutrition program. But just, when you look out there on Friday nights, a lot of people are bigger than us. A lot of people are bigger, faster, stronger. And so that's the one thing that we really want to focus this money on, is a good portion of it will go towards, us nutrition and strength and things like that, and quickness and speed. And we really want to focus on our guys. And we've had such great support from the fundraiser that, I expected this support, but it's been way beyond what I expected. It's been great.
Well, this Friday night, it is a region game, taking on the Handley Tigers down the road. Now, do you want the fans to get out there and make the trip down to right field?
Right, yes. It's about an hour drive, and, we've played there many times. I think the last time we won down there was in 2008. 2007, 8, 9, somewhere in there. Of course, we didn't play for a while after that, but I've known Coach Strain for a long time. Really respect his program and the things they do. They say they're young or inexperienced, but you'd see a lot of juniors and seniors on their roster. They do play a few sophomores, but they're still Handley. I mean, they're still Handley, and we're going to strap it up and show up, and we're going to really want to compete and get after it and try to make improvements from where we were last week. And that's I'm excited to be able to do that and see our guys pick it up and pick our game up and try to execute a little better. And I think it'll be a good day.
Well, Coach, we thank you for your time. Again, I encourage you folks each and every week to check in Den Talks as we get a look back at the Friday night before and keep up with Cleburne County Tiger football with Coach Von Lee. I'm Tommy Wood saying so long. See you next time on Den Talks.